Hi, Maya. And here I am as promised. So hopefully the camera can do it justice. I'm not sure because it's only a GoPro. And you can just see the mountain in the distance. That's Glencoe, which is I think about 40 miles away, 45 miles away. So this is where I live. And where I was sitting for the other video is way over there, near where the sky meets the land. So I've been here several times this week trying to say what I want to say, but as I've learned, you can't just choose and say, okay, I'm going to be here at this time and say everything I want to say in the way I want to say it. And it doesn't work to have notes. It just doesn't feels too contrived. So I've cycled out here and hiked 4 times this week, but I can't complain. I realised, sitting here over the course of this week that I've never really been here. I've never really been present because I haven't been able to feel. I think you can only really be here to the degree that you can feel, allow yourself to feel. And if you're carrying pain, you don't want to feel lest you feel too much or you feel the wrong thing. So over the last year on my channel and trying to find the why of me, I found no answers. I found clues, but the why of me is a mystery, and I'm comfortable with that now. And I think letting go of that quest for answers what helps to be present, because my mind is not in the past. But one thing I found as I was searching for answers over the last year, I found that desperate loneliness of myself as a boy, and this awful longing for a life that never was, a love and a connection that never was, and how that left an awful pit of despair within me that I knew nothing else really, nothing that intimately anyway. And I think the only way I could deal with it when I was little was to pretend it wasn't there and to be tough, violent and aggressive, and pretend I needed no one and cared for nothing. But I do care. And I don't want to be alone. I think when I transitioned, I found an acceptance that I didn't have when I was a boy and a young man. I didn't know how to be a male, and I was terrified of it. And then when I changed, I found a confidence and an embodiment of a connection to what I was. And it took me away from that loneliness for many years. But there is nothing more meaningful and more honest than embodied truth. Nothing more beautiful. And now I long for that. it is incompatible to be anything other than that truth. And I see now that my journey into my body and my journey into desire was so selfish, and all it did really was isolate me further from intimacy and truth. And as I sat last night in front of the wood burner, just listening to Kathleen Rain, a poet, I realised how desperately alone I still am. Sort of caged within my own choice, and how impossible it really is to have the intimacy that I longed for, because I chose myself. I chose myself. I chose my desire. I chose escape. I chose to reinvent myself and reconstruct myself. Now I can't be intimate. So intimacy comes in a different way. It comes from feeling as deeply as I can, as honestly as I can. And in that feeling, that depth, there is intimacy with the world, with God. And I feel guided in some way towards this surrender. But it is painful. It is painful. I think to paraphrase David White, the poet, you know, we exist at the frontier between what we think we know and what is about to be revealed. And I realised this week to just rest at that frontier and to allow that flowing, changing relationship to self, allow it to be. Because the flow of knife knows the shape of me more intimately than I ever could. It knows the shape of my emotions, my mind, my body. And to just be witness for that. To be present as fully as I can for that unfoldment. That ever-shifting place between mystery and revelation. And to not fear to feel pain, because existence is painful. It doesn't mean I don't feel joy as well, but I think at the moment I'm still feeling all that was locked away that I didn't want to look at. So I feel sadness, but I am not sad. I feel pain, but I am not that pain. So I think I'll leave it there. And I'll see you in the next video.